Hello everyone, I'm Cece. Welcome back to my channel, and thank you so much for staying with me until the end of this video. If you'd like to see more tutorials, don't forget to check out my channel. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to perform a full Combi Manicure step by step, with all the details you need to achieve a professional result. Step 1. Pushing back the cuticle. Start with a wooden or a metal cuticle pusher. Carefully lift and push back all the skin that's attached to the nail plate in the cuticle area. Be sure not to push any loose skin underneath the cuticle itself. This only makes cleaning harder and won't give you a neat result. The angle of the pusher is very important. For the sinus areas, the corners of the cuticle line, hold the pusher at about a 35 to 45 degree angle. For the center of the cuticle, keep the tool flat and glide it smoothly across the nail plate. The pressure of your hand depends on the client's cuticles. If they're sensitive, avoid pushing too firmly. Always keep this step gentle. It's one of the most important parts of the process and will make the rest of your manicure much easier. Step 2. Preparing the nail surface. Now take a soft sanding band with grit 240. Set your e-file speed to very low, around 8 to 9 o'clock. With extremely light pressure, buff the entire nail plate to remove any shine and prep the surface. This step ensures that there are no leftover pieces of cuticle or flakes on the nail plate. Always use light pressure and a soft sanding band. Using a coarse grit can damage the natural nail. This tool acts just like a buffer or a very fine hand file, but since it's cylindrical, it glides smoothly without irritating the cuticle area or sidewalls. Make sure you don't hold the file in one spot for too long. Step 3. E-file cuticle work. After removing the dust, choose the right manicure bit depending on your client's cuticle type, whether their skin is dry, oily, or thick. Work from the center of the cuticle towards the left side. The correct angle is key. Hold your bit flat against the nail plate at about 45 to 90 degrees. Never work with the bit completely vertical because this can damage the nail plate. At the same time, don't keep it too flat or the tip may cut into the cuticle wall. Start at the center of the cuticle and work gently to the left side using small controlled strokes with very light pressure. The goal is to lift and roll back the excess skin so it can be trimmed later. Always clean away the dust between steps so you have a clear view of your work. Repeat this process carefully for every nail. When working along the sidewalls, always move the bit outwards so any dry skin or calluses are removed smoothly. Then, reverse the e-file direction and repeat on the opposite side. After cleaning the cuticle area, also gently glide the side of the bit along the side walls to remove any remaining dry skin. This step gives a much neater result compared to only cutting with scissors or nippers. Remember, keep your pressure very soft. Never press too hard into the skin or you risk heat and injury. Rest your pinky finger, the same hand holding the handpiece, on your client's hand as a support point. This stabilizes your movements, prevents fatigue, and helps you control the pressure better. Step 4. Rolling back the cuticle skins. Now, roll back the lifted cuticle skins from the left sinus to the right sinus. This helps reposition the cuticle line, so when you cut it, the edge will be clean and smooth. The goal is to create a perfectly rounded and polished cuticle area for a neat finish. Keep your pressure very soft. Never throw the bit upwards or apply weight. At this stage, the e-file speed should be slightly higher, around 11 to 1 o'clock, depending on the client's skin type. Step 5. Cutting the cuticle. Now it's time to trim the cuticle using either professional manicure scissors or a nipper. If you're using scissors, which I recommend, make sure they're sharp with fine, thin blades. Start by splitting the tip of the scissors into 2 working points. Use the very tip to define the cut line. Then, continue cutting with the inner part of the blades to follow through smoothly. Repeat this carefully on each finger. Remember, the way you cut depends on your client's cuticle type. If the skin is very sensitive, be extremely gentle. Trim only a very thin line, as fine as a hair, to minimize the risk of damage. I'm demonstrating slowly, so you can see each detail clearly. Step 6. Cleaning with cleanser. Next, use a lint-free pad soaked with cleanser. A dual-action cleanser is best. because it works both as a cleaner and a dehydrator. Thoroughly wipe the entire cuticle area and both sinuses to remove all dust and residue left from filing. This step reveals the final clean cuticle line, so you can see the true result of your manicure. And here you can see the finished Combi Manicure, perfectly clean without any damage to the cuticles.
Step 7. Final prep before base gel. If you haven't already used a dehydrator, apply it now before the primer. After the dehydrator, apply primer. Depending on the type of primer, you'll need to wait between 30 seconds to 2 minutes for it to activate before moving on to gel application. At this point, the nails are ready to be covered with rubber base gel. I'll stop here for today, and you can watch the next steps in my upcoming videos. Thank you so much for watching this video all the way through. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please subscribe to my channel and check out the manicure playlist for more videos. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss my upcoming tutorials. And of course, I'd love to hear your thoughts and questions in the comments below. Thanks again for joining me today. Until next time, bye!